of the ellipse, ellipse. Okay. So it's a set of points in a plane such that the sum of the distance from two fixed points which are Fossy. Are constant. Okay. So now there are many terms to know in here. So this is called the vertex, and the vertex is both vertex, and this line is called the major axis. And major axis endpoints is the vertex. And now for here it is the the minor axis. So minor axis and are co-vertex. So and one important thing is that here 2 points are the points I just told you, and these Fossies are always placed on the major axis. So we could know that major axis has Fossies, so Fossies are placed on major axis. And we can know that the vertex is same with this length, and the co-vertex is the same length with here, V. And the Fossy has a length of C, and there's an equation. So foci.
Either's fine.
So it's Fossy, okay. So and by using the equation, we can know that yes. So this is one important equation you guys have to know from here, that C squared is so this is one of the important things you have to know. So for this number 1 and this is number 2. For number 1, it's here. Now this standard form is a squared, x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. And this is the standard form of number 1's equation, graph, and its orientation would be horizontal. Okay, and the Fossies are C comma 0 and negative C comma 0, and the length of the major axis is equals to major axis is 2a, and the length of minor axis equals 2b. Okay, so now we did this, so we can erase this. Oh, no. Okay, now this is number 1. Now number 2 is, now we can also know that, like I explained it here, this is the major axis because it has the foci, so major axis, and this would be minor axis. And these two will be the focis, like I told you. And because, and so these two will be the vertex, co-vertex, and co-vertex. So now you could know that now for this one, now it has a different standard form, and it will be y squared over a squared plus x squared over b squared is 1. Because now for here the vertex is changed for the it's different from here, and now the orientation will be vertical, and the foci will be also changed, which will be 0, c and 0, minus c. Yes, and the length of the major axis would be now switched. It's the same as usual.
And what does orientation mean?
So orientation means
Direction?
Like,
Direction?
yeah, it's
Major
for
axis?
Yeah, right.
Ah.
The major axis is direction. Thank you, and that's the orientation. So that's why it actually is horizontal, because the major axis is horizontal, and for number 2 is vertical because the major axis is vertical, right? And the length of these two different graphs are same because vertex is that again and is 2b. Okay, now can I erase these? Can I erase these two? No? No? I'll just use this one.
Yep.
And you guys wrote this. I hope so. I'm just gonna keep this because I think you guys. So now for the problems. Number 1. Write an equation given vertex and So now it's given that the center is 0, 0, and the vertex are 0, a and 0, minus a. So we can immediately know that this equation will be this form because, like it said, the vertex is 0, a and 0, negative a, which is saying to equal to this graph. And now the length of major axis is 18. So now to find the what should I say, the co-vertex, we should use the equation from here, and it's in here. They say 4c is 0, c and 0, minus c, and c is 7. So now using this equation, we can solve c for now, and because the length of major axis is 18 and the length of major axis is actually 2a, so we can assume that a is 9. So we can replace this with 9 squared minus b squared is equal to c squared is 7 squared. So now by doing this, 49, 81, and if I switch b squared is 32, and b will equal for root 2. So this is how you get the length of the co-vertex of this equation.
What?
Yes, right. So now, because we have to do the standard form of the equation, so I told you guys that this equation will be similar to this equation at this graph, so it will be number 2. So so replace these a and b from here, so it will be 9 squared is 81. 9 squared will equal 1, and this will be the equation for this graph. So now for the second question.